Repeat edge pixels is a checkbox that you'll find in several effects, in particular with blurs. When it's off, a filter will process the alpha channel the same way it processes the color channels. So if it's a blur effect, it's going to blur the alpha just like it blurs the RGB channels. When you turn repeat edge pixels on, things happen a little bit differently. The original bounding box of the layer is honored. So if you have a full frame layer, it's going to continue to fill the full frame of your composition. If you have text with a fancy alpha channel, it's going to get cropped to the bounding box. It's not going to get a blurred alpha, which might be what you wanted. So let's go see it in action so you get a feeling for which you want to use in which situation. Here I have a full frame image, and I'm going to select it and apply Effect, Blur and Sharpen, Fast Blur. Now as I increase the blurriness parameter, you can see that the edges become dark. Well, that's not the color black, it's actually the background color in the composition. If I turn on the checkerboard pattern or the transparency grid for this comp, you'll see some of the transparency grid come through these edges. That's because the alpha channel is being blurred along with the color information. When I turn on repeat edge pixels, you'll see that now the entire alpha is filled out. There's no transparency grid showing around the edges, and now I have a nice full frame image. So you may ask yourself, why don't I want to use this all the time? Well, let me show you why. Here I have a second composition that just has some text in it, and text has its own complicated alpha channel that follows the characters. I've already got fast blur applied, press F3 to open up the effect controls, and I'll increase the blurriness. This is the result that I want. Everything becomes blurry, the characters and the alpha. If repeat edge pixels is turned on, what happens is that the layer is cropped by its original bounding box, not by the blurred alpha channel. This is not what I want in this case. So when I have a complex alpha, I'll turn repeat edge pixels off. When I have a full frame image, I usually want repeat edge pixels on to go ahead and fill out the entire frame.